Hi, I am Mark Rayol Cabal and I'm here to present to you TerraSystem Inc.'s Management Information Systems. This presentation is divided into three parts: the strategic plan, the operational plan, and the systems and analysis design for TerraSystem Inc. So first, we go to the strategic plan for TerraSystem Inc. TerraSystem is an information and communications technology company established in 1995. Their primary business focus is on the development and implementation, software modification and development, and project management consultancy for client custom systems. And these systems are for both the local and international market. So why choose this company? I have been an employee for TerraSystem Inc. for more than 5 years. Therefore, my experience and my long tenure in TerraSystem uh, allows me to perform an in-depth internal and external analysis. And of course, being a long-term employee for the company, the information needed to conduct analysis for their management information systems is readily available. So TerraSystem's mission is to provide the most technically precise, cost-effective, and quality-assured system and software packages running under different hardware and operating system environments. Their vision is to become a leading information technology provider. Their corporate beliefs is based on FINEST, which stands for fair competition, to acknowledge the importance of ethical standards, intelligent management, which means leading the industry through aggressive and sound management, natural individual advancements, means giving employees opportunities for growth, and user satisfaction, which means fulfilling the client needs, shareholder trust, and teamwork. We go on now to analyzing their current information systems. First off is the attendance management of TerraSystem Inc. They use a biometrics scanner to log employee attendances, which is then collected by the Human Resource Department on every 16th and first day of the month. Uh, Missing logs are confirmed via phone or email, and this could be troublesome as employees' workflow are disrupted. And finally, leaves are filed via email. So we have here My Solutions. This is the company providing the biometrics scanner and biometric system for their systems attendance management. Next, we have the timesheet and task reporting. Timesheets are the list of tasks done by the employee within the week. So these are filled up and sent every Friday using Excel, spreadsheets, and Gmail. And of course, the Human Resource Department also conducts surveys when planning activities, and they use Gmail and Google Forms for conducting surveys. TerraSystem Inc. also uses a project management system, which is MS Project. Unfortunately, uh, employees have to work on client site, and these clients have their own policies, which may hinder the use or the installation of such tools. Moving forward, we have the document tracking system by TerraSystem, which is a simple pen and paper system that is used to log the sent and received documents. Up next, we have here the constraints to TerraSystem's planning processes. So the first constraint is having a small project team. Usually, they only have one or two developers per team, and the challenge here is to deliver high quality projects in limited time. Current resolution is to import other developers from other project, which is not very effective since, or not very efficient since, uh, production errors may occur from the other projects and they may have to be pulled up from time to time. The next constraint is the budget decisions for Terra system. Usually, Terra system has to work around certain client policies by providing their own workstation, which could cost them. And the last constraint is that Terra System Inc. has no dedicated information systems team, which explains why certain information systems are overlooked by Terra System, overlooked to be used. Up next, we have the following objectives formulated for Terra System Inc. First one, we have to establish an information systems team which shall be responsible in determining the IS mission, vision, and goals that would support Terra System Inc's business goals. We should also increase the number of projects delivered ahead of deadlines, which can be done by utilizing project management tools and by the effective and efficient monitoring of available employees and distribution of tasks. We should also reduce the production errors encountered and reduce employee turnover. You can reduce the employee turnover by providing enough training and involvement of employees in certain company activities. The following table presents the SWOT analysis conducted for Terra System Inc. So how did I come up with this strategic plan? Well, first of all, as mentioned before, I have been an employee of Terra System for more than 5 years. So I have personal experience and hands-on usage of their system. So the strategic plan was formulated using my own observations and experiences, paired with several interviews and review of Terra System documents. The mission vision, the corporate beliefs are also taken from the employee manual and are also available publicly in their website. Now let us discuss the operational plan designed for Terra System Inc. For an overview, our objective is to develop a proposed employee attendance management system that shall aid them in monitoring the availability of employees and to assign the proper personnel in a team. The operational plan should also provide a convenient facility for filing leaves and logging attendances of employees. The following are the projects identified for Terra System. We have the following functional requirements for the attendance management system. The attendance management system is the selected project or the selected focus of operations for this proposal. So we have here the following functional requirements based on Terra System's current flow of attendance management. So we have the attendance log, leave deduction, leave application, leave approval, notifications, view attendance, and user management and policy setup, which would be further discussed and dissected on the systems analysis design part of this presentation. Up next, we have the optimum project mix and activities to be conducted. Let us first discuss the risks involved in this operation or in this project. So we have here the increase in number of employees, increase in number of offsite clients, a change in attendance policies, and promotion of current employees to different job levels. So all these changes will affect the current proposal or the current operations of the attendance management system. The proposed employee attendance management system shall be initially tested and implemented for a small team, preferably the employees working on site of one of their system's clients. Excuse me. The proposed attendance management system shall not cover the monitoring of productive hours or the completion of tasks of an employee. The following are the actions we can take to avoid or to handle the risks uh, of operations. So we can provide additional servers, uh, provide a facility for updating maximum leaves per job level, provide another facility for leave deduction policies, and we should also be able to modify the leave deduction per late attendances, the leave approval process, and uh, attendance viewing. So those are some of the modifications we can do should the risks arise. Next, here we have the activities involved. So we should start first by presenting this proposal to the management, to the project managers, and to the administrators and the HRD. We next gather the data, design the database, and create a database, design the screens, design the web screens, uh, go on to the web development, SIT, systems integration testing, UAT, implementation and training, and finally evaluation and maintenance. Next, we have the prioritization of tasks and projects. Here we have the process flow model for the proposed attendance management system. The development shall undergo three phases. The first phase is the introduction of the system to project managers and HRD. After having them test that, we have the second phase, which is a UAT done by the on-site employees. Finally, on the last phase, we shall conduct a pilot test for a small number of on-site employees, then moving on to a full-scale implementation, which should also involve the production of user manual and training of employees. Up next, we have the following allocation of resources. Let us start first with the assignment of activity. So we have here on this table the allocation of activities uh, for users, developers, and stakeholders involved. So for example, we have here the proposal presentation, wherein the proponent and the stakeholders are involved. Data gathering should involve the proponent, HRD, project managers, and so forth and so on. Up next, we have the required hardware for this operation or for this project. So we would need servers to host the web-based system. We should also need the biometric scanner since the project would involve incorporating the current biometrics scanner and biometrics logging of Terra system into a web-based employee attendance management system. We should also need workstations provided in order to develop the system. For the software, we would need PHP5 for the program logic. For the UI, it shall be designed using HTML5, CSS3, and Bootstrap. jQuery would be used for client-side validation, and for the back end, we would need MySQL and Microsoft Access. All these are freeware and should uh, cost closely to none, except for Microsoft Access, which is the database used by the current biometric system that again shall be incorporated to the proposed employee attendance management system. On the table, we have the following collaborators: Miss Jessica Daigo for the functional aspect of this design or for this operations. Her contribution is giving advice on the process flow of attendance management. We also have Miss Casey Laconico, responsible for the documentation. She gave an advice and recommendation for the analysis of this proposal or this operation. Next, we have here the Gantt chart of operations, of activities rather. So the first table presents the development phase and the proposal and data gathering phase. And the next table is the systems testing and implementation. So again, how did I come up with this operational plan? It's almost similar to the first strategic plan. It's a mix again of personal experiences. Of course, I personally logged on TerraSystem INC's uh, attendance management system. Uh, we of course analyze the current systems carefully before deciding to focus the operations on attendance management system. Why focus on attendance management system? I've personally observed rather that most employees are disrupted or are disrupted when the human resource department team calls them to search and to backtrack their logs. I've confirmed this via interviews with other employees and with project managers, which have also given their insight that not only the workflows are disrupted, that employees are not given enough tasks, which could cause turnovers, and and besides that, there's also the issues with the attendance management's security and inefficient UI. After the strategic and the operational plan, we can now move on to the systems analysis and design of the system INC. So first, we have conducted a preliminary investigation. The chosen system to be proposed is an employee attendance management system. So here we have the organizational chart where we can see the hierarchy of the staff of Terra System and also the stakeholders involved in the project. Up next, we have here the problem definition. The figure here shows the current employee attendance management system of Terra System. The following problems are encountered with the current system. Workflow of employees are disrupted as they have to be contacted by the HRD to confirm missing attendances. This takes a lot of time since employees would need to track back their attendance logs. Monitoring of attendances is also difficult since the HRD is often left out when employees file their leaves, and the leave balances are often inaccurate, and it is difficult to provide an accurate report when attendance logs are missing. Next is the objectives of the proposed employee attendance management. In general, the employee attendance management aims to streamline the process of the system's attendance management system by providing a timely and accurate report of attendances and having a convenient facility for filing leaves. The existing biometric scanner should also be integrated into the proposed system, as well as the automatic deduction of late attendances from leaves. The scope of this plan involves the development and the design of an employee attendance management system. It shall be web-based and should not include the processing of the productive hours or timesheets of an employee. The users of the system shall be the project managers and the HRD under the administration, besides the employees of TerraSystem Inc. These are the initial projects identified during the preliminary investigation. Uh, the proposed system should feature an attendance log which incorporates TerraSystem's existing biometrics scanner. Should also notify the employees of their missing attendances. Should also be able to provide a facility for filing leaves and approving leaves. We can now conduct a deeper and more in-depth analysis of the system. So we have chosen to use a fishbone diagram to determine the cause and effect of a certain problem for TerraSystem Inc. For this plan, the current problem is longer time completing projects and tasks. The fishbone diagram illustrates the importance of an employee attendance management and how it can prevent the long completion time of projects and tasks. Next, here we have the data flow diagram in a context level of the proposed employee attendance management system. Shows the flow of data between the users of the system. Here is a more detailed data flow diagram showcasing or illustrating how to set up the system. The next diagram is a detailed data flow diagram for the extraction or the consolidation of employee attendances from the biometrics, from the leaves, and the late attendances. And here is a data flow diagram, detailed data flow diagram for requesting and approving of leaves. With that in-depth analysis, we have determined and there is further proof or support that the initial projects identified are what is needed for the proposed employee attendance management system. After conducting an in-depth design or an in-depth analysis, we can now design the proposed employee attendance management system. So we have here a conceptual system interface and design of the proposed system. It showcases the users of the system and how the functions and the users interface with each other. The proposed employee attendance management system again shall be web-based and shall use web technologies and be designed using the simple web design concepts, and should also incorporate the existing biometric scanner of TerraSystem Inc. Here is an entity relationship diagram, which shall be the basis for the database design of the proposed system. Here we have a process flow model uh, which illustrate how the proposed employee attendance management system is expected to work. So we have the following users: the HRD, project manager, and the registered employees. The employees would need to be registered first in order to use the system. With that, we can come up that the HRD's function is to register the user, then set up the leave policies, and upload the attendance. Project managers can also view other employees' attendances and approve their leaves. HRD as well can view their uh, other employees' attendances. Registered employees would be able to file their leaves in the system, wherein they can be notified of their approved or rejected leave as well as their incomplete attendance logs. The registered employees would also be able to view their own attendances. Here are some sample mock-ups and wireframes for the user interface of the proposed system. And in order to design and develop the proposed employee attendance management system, we would need the following resources. So we have here PHP5 for the program logic. UI shall be developed using HTML5, CSS3, and Bootstrap for a more responsive UI. jQuery for client-side validation, and MySQL and Microsoft Access for database. After designing the system, we can come up how we should develop the proposed system. The Kanban technique shall be used as the development methodology for this project. Kanban technique uses cards and labels to facilitate the monitoring of tasks and activities for the project. The activities shall include the design and creation of a database, the web design, web development, unit testing, system integration, and up to the pilot implementation of the system. Implementation would include, like discussed earlier in the operational plan, would include proposal presentation, data gathering, the creation and design of a database, the design and development of the web-based system, and unit testing. Unit testing would be done simultaneously with web development and shall again be divided into two phases. I'm sorry, that would be after the systems integration testing. Systems integration testing would be done after the unit testing, and right after that would be the user acceptance test, which will be divided into two phases. First phase for project managers and the HRD, and the second for a small group of users. The system shall be implemented using a pilot method of implementation, wherein a small or a selected group of users, group of employees and project managers of the system shall use the system. These users are the employees deployed on client side. After a successful pilot implementation, it shall be implemented full scale, which involves training and deployment of user manual. System shall be continuously evaluated and maintained, and
The schedule shall adjust depending on the number of iterations of the evaluation and maintenance.
Hi, so we are nearing the end of our presentation for Star System INC's Management Information Systems. So how did I come up with the systems analysis and design? It's a combination of my experiences in Terra System INC and my observations regarding their attendance management system, which is backed and strengthened by several interviews conducted with the project managers and the employees as well. Several documents have also been reviewed to determine the attendance management system. Uh, Furthermore, the fishbone diagram was also helpful in determining the cause and effect of the of several factors in Terra System INC's uh, with the problems encountered by Terra System INC, specifically the long turnover or long completion of projects and tasks. So, what are my future plans for this project? I plan to either hire a third-party developer or uh, hire or convince other Terra System employees to develop the system. I also plan to further push this project and present this to the project managers and the administrators and hopefully be approved by the vice presidents or the project managers or other authorities involved in approving the project. I also plan to modify the system in the future to accommodate the risks discussed previously, such as the different adjustments in leave policies, such as extending the maximum allowable leaves and other policies involving the leave deductions. So that is it for my presentation. Thank you for watching.